Alright, back to the Adept Insanity Guide. So this is the last part of Horizon, where you gotta run around the defense towers. This is probably one of the hardest parts in the game. No real good way of doing this other than hope you survive. Adept has some good tricks for it, obviously, with the singularity, but it's still kind of tough. Mostly because you don't have the cooldown upgrade yet. Yeah, so I was trying to place there and accidentally use the warden to blow it up, so this is a bit of an issue where you got two scions on the other side of this thing here. And then you've got husks coming at you from goodness knows what angles. So it's mostly just... And when it really sucks when your whole bugs out like that. Same with throw can bug out, so... Singularity is generally better to put on them, I guess, and hold them in place, and... But I kind of screw up and never did that. So I'm just bringing around the rows here, so I'm going to basically go here now, because you're getting a little too close, and they're going to become a little dangerous when they get close, and then... feel like reviving them. So here's the thing about reviving squad mates. Reviving one squad mate takes one metagel. Reviving both squad mates takes two metagel, not one. So I didn't feel like wasting two metagel at this point, so yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna use stasis in this guy. I'm actually kind of surprised that my squad mates didn't auto-revive here. It's because there were still enemies on the battlefield. The thing about stasis, if you stasis a last enemy, it sort of takes him out of the fight, like treats them as non-combatant, so that if any squad mates are down, they'll actually revive. So I was actually kind of hoping to revive my squad mates by doing that, and then realize they're not reviving, so... Yeah. So at this point, I'm just running around as far away from the sign as possible to see how many husks there are, and I realize, oh crap, there are a lot of husks. And then I revive my squad mates anyway, because I figured it'd be easier this way. And I've wasted 2 metagel anyway. Kind of dumb on my part if I specifically didn't revive, so I didn't want to waste metagel and then do it later, but figured I'd make it easier. So, there we go. I didn't want to place a squad mate there, and then all of a sudden. So I'm going to try to trap him in the one spot here, and I'm using a shuriken for some reason. So now I'm just going to run around. Bull. Bull. Warden's incineration blast, the area incinerate that is like the 3 meters. It's good for getting groups of guys, so... Somehow that guy never saw me to hit me from afar, and I was too far away, so now it's just a matter of taking him down, so I'll use stasis again.
Not a problem.
And that's that first part. That's probably the hardest part, I find. Just again, he's got 2 scions taking pot shots at you. Well, so if you try to take cover and just try to do it as a cover there, you got husks run at you. If you try to run out and try to hit him from take out the husk, then you end up getting hit by the shockwave attacks or the scions. It's just a pain in the butt. There's no real good way of doing it. Stasis helps, but it's not the greatest. So I actually died once here, but I cut it out.
Errors in the calibration software are easily rectified, but it will take time.
I actually did surprisingly well on this. I've done this before in New Game Plus, and I was able to throw guys off the map, but kind of weird things where once I threw a guy off the map, Harbinger took him over and he didn't die, and I couldn't get him. See, I've got the Avalanche. I took the Avalanche specifically for the husks in this section, in that first part, and I never used it. So I'm just trying to find some good spots to put my squad mates, and then trying to find me. There's really not some great spots. Most of they pop in a few places.
Shields down.
Kind of pissed I still have a shuriken. Locust might have been better here, but I didn't going to see these multi-mission yet. So Miranda went down. I'm running away from Huss. Again, Huss will knock you out of cover, and there was like, you know, so Harbinger will also knock you out of cover. There's the assassins, which are quite dangerous with their beam weapons. So I'm just trying to get a good view of them. There's this goof again. So there we go. Yeah, so I'm using warp, so
You cannot sustain your attack.
Let's chase Miranda out of there. She's down.
I will show you.
I think I decided just to do this part solo, because I don't really need my squad mates at this point. Squad mates I only really want over the first part of the Scions. Like, I don't feel like reviving, because again, that takes 2 meta gel. I've already used 2 meta gel already. I feel like using another 2. So mostly just, at this point, I'm mostly just trying to find a good spot and not to get killed. Somehow I'm surviving, I don't know why. So I'm just trying to find a halfway decent place where I can take them out. So I go here. You can take them from almost anywhere. It's just trying to find some good spots. At this point now they're too far away, so I can't get a good lock on except for those guys. And the Guardian keeps putting up his dumb shield, so it's not like I can get a good spot on him. I don't feel like taking out Harbinger. So I decided to run over here, and somehow I survive. I should not have survived. I should have died during that, but I didn't.
If I must tear you apart, Shepard, I will.
So you can dodge that, guys.
We fight as one.
Harbinger's a little ball of death. Usually like moving one way, then moving another way.
Attacks are primitive. This is true power.
I'm trying to nail that guy.
Not a problem.
Yeah, so at this point it's...
Affirmative.
Yeah, this time I decided to take out Harbinger, he's pissing.
My attacks will tear you apart. I will find you again.
Shields come back. Pull.
Be right there.
Ran to warp. She was revived somehow. Yeah. I didn't see that. Sometimes if you go far enough away from your squad mates on this level, they'll revive. So I guess that's what happened with Miranda here. I don't remember popping in a gel. Gotta kill him before he turns into Harbinger behind me. Same thing with him. I'm actually surprised Harbinger hasn't taken over one of their dudes. Next, you kill all the guys, and then warns it back up, which is good. This next part's fairly easy. Normally I'd take the Avalanche and kill all the Huss, but this part's just a Husk rush. Not that difficult.
Sequential power-up initiated.
They actually, a bunch of them spawn at ledge near the top on the right, as you can see them coming down. At this point, it's mostly just trying to funnel them into an area. I foolishly use pull there instead of singularity. There we go. Nailed them both. And then the clock fears drop back in, so you saw Harbinger pull at the very end there.
Right behind you.
This hurts you.
So again, it's mostly just trying to find a good position to take out these guys. So I'm gonna go far away around, just trying to get a good position to basically lock my squad mates behind here.
Heading to cover. Shields have failed.
I try to find a good spot where I can see everybody. Too far away from my logging, so I'm gonna bump up some more.
You bet.
Warden went down somehow. Oh well, I don't care.
Releasing this form.
Understood.
Harbinger.
Guardian anti-ship batteries at 60%. Syncing targeting protocols to no
Clarity on him.
continue to protect the tower.
I got in the way. He's still alive, so shoot him. Try and pull this guy out. There we go. This guy decided to join me. That was a surprise, by the way. Yeah, so Harbinger took over some goof over here, but he's the last guy, so
Affirmative.
drop the singularity on to hold him, so I don't have to worry about him.
Understood.
Drop another singularity on him to hold him in place.
Easy enough.
Yeah, Warp won't destroy the singularity because he's not pulled up into singularity because he still has protections. And then this next part is just ring around the rosy with Praetorian. It's fairly simple. Just basically don't get shot and just shoot him, hit him with powers, anything that does damage, pretty much. I usually try to go in a counterclockwise rotation.
We need that system online.
So as an Adept, you've got Warp, which is good against armor and barriers, which is all this guy is. So basically just shoot him until he goes down. It's basically a bullet sponge.
Batteries at 100%.
It's kind of annoying. Luckily you only fight 2 of them in the game.
That was it.
Trying to go in counterclockwise rotation. If you or your squad mates get too close, it drops down on the ground automatically. I think that's what might have happened there. Plus it drops down at certain intervals and it takes so much damage.
We'll put them down. Wait, I was standing downwind.
Firing anti-ship batteries at collector vessel.
Again, if you die in this spot, no big deal. I didn't die on this spot, which is surprising. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm just trying to get down as far as possible.
Any armor.
Firing now.
Ineffective attack. Recommend something else.
Basically, as soon as you're off cooldown, hit it with Warp. Hit it with Miranda Warp when she's off cooldown. Hit it with Warren's Incinerator, wherever you've got. If any powers will do that do damage is good. Basically, just hit it until it goes down.
Shields have failed.
Sometimes you can glitch it, and it'll stay in the spot.
Understood.
Target point of view. Problematic.
And use the right weapon for the right protection type, and hit it. Don't be afraid if like Morden's Incinerate doesn't do any like extra damage versus barriers, but use it anyway because it's damage power. So any damage is good. So I'm gonna run over here. Hopefully don't get shot on the boxes.
Now let's finish you off.
Moving in.
Over here.
Attack it.
And there it goes. It's down. So that's the end of Horizon. Like I said, that last part's usually one of the toughest parts for pretty much any class. Weapons focus classes, you don't have any easier time, but